I don't remember like being told that we were moving to America. I just remember being on a plane. My parents were in the refugee camp in Shimalaba. There was like some border conflicts going on, so they flee to Ethiopia, and I was born there. Being in the refugee camp was pretty tough, considering how we didn't have a lot of resources, like access to stuff, especially like medicine, because I, at one point, had gotten malaria. And since we had no doctor, I do have this one memory of my mom taking me to see someone who was gonna help me. And what that person did was just stick their finger down my throat until I just threw up, like literally, like I think like try to throw up all the toxins in my body. I think that's like one memory that's always like stuck out to me when I think about like Ethiopia and like when I was sick in that time. My parents tried their best to get me an education in the refugee camps. My mom would always send me to school with a little bag of sugar. For my food, we'd have like cornmeal and stuff, so like to sweeten my food for me. But in 2007, my family was one of like the couple hundred families who was granted like asylum in a different country to go resettle somewhere else. We made it out of the refugee camps. We moved to Idaho and we've been there ever since then. Living like the American dream, essentially like having the opportunities and freedom to like do what we want to do. We now have like access to like all these things that we never had access to when we were in the refugee camps, and we're all like very thankful to be like out of it. My dad loves soccer. He'd like take me to soccer games and be like, Rosina, like you can try soccer. And I was like, no. I'm not doing soccer. I don't like doing sports. And that's basically how it was until third grade when we had the fitness testing. I remember my mile time was like 8:15, and my PE teacher was like, Rosina, that was incredible. Like you're gonna run track and field. That's how like my running career really started. Third grade fitness testing mile.
I think the running piece of it's easy. I think the thing that really makes Rosina talented is how she approaches everything that goes along with it. Her spirit's awesome. She likes her teammates. She understands the work that has to be done, you know, and she never gets, you know, too rattled or up and down emotionally. She's not one to like over dramatize anything or make something bigger than it needs to be just because of the perspective and the experiences she's had in her life.
Out of all the schools I looked into, Gonzaga had like the best fit for me. Coach Stewart really like saw the potential in me. Even though I've never seen the school or like visited, I was like, this is where I want to go. I want to be a Bulldog. So here I am now, like 3 years later, running for GU and just loving every part of the process.
Knowing Rosina's story, you know, she's been through an incredible life to this point, and so stepping on a line and racing a bunch of other people really isn't something that overwhelms her at any point. You know, and I think her teammates really feed off of that too. You know, they see her just really calm and confident, and that's a common confidence that kind of spreads. Somehow
I always find this like extra like strength in me when I like dig deep into that mental toughness. I guess I just want to be remembered at like GU as someone who's team player and not just an individual. I owe it all to my team and my coaches. I'm doing this all for my parents. Like they've done everything for me. Like they came to this country not knowing anything. All they knew was that they wanted the best for me and my siblings. My name is Rosina Machu, and I'm an All-American. That just sounds so weird saying that. I'm an All-American.